Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Term 6, English 107. As you hopefully know by now, because you've watched my other video, my name is Jackie Pierce. I am your instructor for this term, and every Monday I will be posting a video much like this. I call them weekly walkthrough videos, and that is exactly what we do. We go through what's happening that week, what work needs to be done, what resources you need to access, all of that good stuff. So please do make time in your schedule each week, early in the week, to watch the video. In weeks 2 through 7, you will also have access to a live workshop on Microsoft Teams. I am the host for those, and so it's a great opportunity for you to ask live questions. Those are also recorded, and I do share the recordings. I will say that most of what we go over are things that I've already gone over with you guys on Monday. But I do have a lot of students in my own section who do also attend the workshops for the Q&A aspect of it, because it's me and we're live. So it's a good reminder. So let's take a quick look at what's happening here in week number 1. The good news is that in week 1, the assignment load is a little bit low because, of course, we're just getting started. Um, each week you will start over here in the far left-hand column. This week it is Unit 1, Growth, which is the theme. There is a different word that is the theme each year, and of course each week. And of course the title of the course is The Power of Words. And so that's what we're going to focus on this week is growth, and specifically a concept called growth mindset and the power of grit and determination. So let's take a look at what is happening. Typically, in Blackboard, you want to do things in the order in which they are presented. And so normally, right after the overview, you would see the folder that says readings and resources. You'll notice that that is third this week instead of second. And the reason for that is that you don't have to do any reading or anything else in order to successfully complete your discussion 1 introduction discussion board. So this week you are going to be sharing, of course, your introduction in the discussion board. Tell the class a little about yourself and share 3 items that are meaningful to you. Explain why you chose those 3 items. I will say that a lot of people skip this sentence and go straight to the 3 questions. Please do share your 3 items and tell us a little bit about yourself. It's very cool. It helps us get to know you. And then, of course, you will share the rest of this information, which is about the writing story. How much writing have you done before coming to this class? How comfortable are you with writing? And what is one question you have about writing that you hope to have answered in this course? This week, you are not necessarily responsible for responding to peers, but typically you want to post your own fully developed good level of detail response to the prompt by, I always say aim for Wednesday. And then that gives you the rest of the week until Sunday night to respond to others. This week, that is not an issue because it's not graded, but most of the time you are going to be responding to at least 2 of your fellow classmates. In order to help you with the level of detail that you're looking for, you probably want to aim for at least 6 or more sentences in your initial response and 3 to 5 sentences as you respond to others. So, good rule of thumb. I will remind you of that as we go through. Next item this week is the readings and resources. And like I said, that will normally be the second thing you see. This is essentially your homework as far as things to read, videos to watch, all of that stuff. This is where you learn the course materials. So do not skip this ever. Do it before you do any graded work. Typically, you need to know what you have learned in order to go earn the points. I always like to say learn before you earn. This week, you're going to kick off with a couple of chapters from a book that you will see over and over in our course, Academic Writing by A.P. Johnson. The chapters that you're focusing on this week are kind of foundational with grammar and punctuation. So chapters 15 and 16, these are linked for you. So all you have to do to get to them is click on the link. It's easy peasy. And then you have an article to read by Carol Dweck, who is the inventor or the coiner of the phrase growth mindset. And so you will want to read that article first early this week. And then there are some videos to help you with the growth mindset and grit concepts. You will use those in the journal. So let's go back to the unit. The graded assignment this week is your first of several journal assignments. This paragraph occurs on all of them, but it's good to go over this to keep in mind what the journals are. So journaling is a relaxed reflective assignment that allows you to practice writing and apply what you have learned in the lesson. Every other week, you'll be asked a series of questions on a specific topic. Your task is to think about the question and write down your thoughts about it in six. There's another instance of six or more sentences. There are no right or wrong answers, but if you do not write enough, you would not get all the points. So it really is an easy assignment. You just have to do it. Okay, so aim for at least six sentences. This week's journal focuses again on this grit and how to persevere. So answer the following questions in your journal entry. What is your first reaction when things get tough? What does this help you understand about yourself as a learner? And when was a time that you showed grit and it paid off? Notice that that last question in particular asks you to share a life experience, and you will note that most of the time in the journals, that is what you're going to be writing about. It's about you and things that have actually happened to you. You want to be as specific as you can. Again, good level of detail. That's the secret to good writing, as we will learn throughout the rest of the term. Let me show you how to complete both types of assignments. So in the discussion boards, when you click on the link, you will notice that there's nothing there yet. So we're going to do what's called create a thread. And I'm going to share my three things. Oops. Okay, mine is going to be fairly short because I'm just showing you how to do it, and it's not fun to sit here and watch me type. But these would be my three things that I would share: Disney, the gym, and the doggos in the household. I would need at least 5 more sentences if I was a real student here. It's going to show up as a sample student, so there we go. Once you've done that, you click on the submit button, and there it will be. Now, let's go back to the unit and look at how you do the journal because they're very, very similar. The main difference between the two things is that the journal is only seen by me, and the discussion board, of course, is seen by everybody in the class. So for the journal, same principle. Click on the link. You're going to create journal entry. You're going to give it a title. You're going to type in the box, and then you're going to post the entry. Okay? Easy enough. That's how you will focus on this week. We are going to be launching into formal assignments next week. So in between times, I want you to make sure that you have access to your Office 365 information. And I will show you on the main, when you've logged in, you will notice under quick links, Office 365 is one of the choices. Please kind of test that out over the next week, because you're going to be using Microsoft Word and eventually even Microsoft PowerPoint. But you do have free access to that as a post-university student, so no need to worry about cost or anything like that. But this is where you will find those. It'll say you're leaving the portal, and then you will usually have to sign in again. Always. I have to sign in 14 times a day for everything. I'm going to skip this for now. And then here, of course, is where your documents will be. Okay. But for this week, you don't have to create any documents, just be on the lookout that we will be using that next week. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to jump in. Speaking of questions, one other quick thing about where to find how to get information from me and how to get help from me. I'm going to cancel this. In addition to sending me an email, which of course is always a good idea, under Ask the Instructor, we have a discussion board, and this is public. So this is for everybody in the class. So if you have a question that is of a more private nature, I would email me and not post it on the discussion board. But the discussion board is a great place to ask general questions and things of that nature. In order to find my email, if you need it, Meet the Instructor has my email address. I do ask that you always send me an email from your post-student email. If you do not, I will probably not see it because those do not usually go through. Okay? Any questions this week? Feel free to ask, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you over on the introductory discussion board. And I will see you back here next Monday for weekly walkthrough number 2. Take care, everybody.